Does my dad not want my 6-year-old because I let other people babysit my 5-month-old? Okay, this is my first post, and I'm not too sure how Reddit works, so I apologize if I'm doing it wrong. These people have been manipulating me since I was a kid, okay? So since my daughter was 2 years old, my dad started having her every other weekend. Me and my dad didn't talk until she turned 2. My dad slowly stopped having her for as long. From picking her up at 10 a.m. and dropping her off at 5 p.m. the next day to picking her up at 2 p.m. and dropping her off at 1 p.m. Then I got pregnant, and my stepmom became obsessed with touching my belly and needing to know about everything. I made it clear hated people touching me due to PTSD. She wanted to be overly involved in my pregnancy. She can't have kids. Anyway, fast forward, I have my son, and my stepmom starts a new job. So my dad and my stepmom can't wave my daughter overnight anymore, even though my dad doesn't work. So now they have her for 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. They sort of asked to have my son too, and I tell them I need time. My son at 3 months old, I now get a sob story and my auntie going through a rough time. She was born deaf, she's mute, and extremely autistic. If you tell her something's going to happen, she will go into a deep state of depression if it doesn't happen. So she had a dance show that my dad and stepmom promised to go to, but they ran out of tickets. They tell me this as they're showing up to pick up my daughter. Then they're telling me the only thing that would help is taking my 3-month-old to see her. Next thing I know, they're telling my partner I said it was fine, even though I was still thinking about. They get him ready and just leave with them both. I told them if they're really doing this to bring them back by 5, they seem okay with that. I call them at 5. They say, I know why you're calling. We just got him in the car seat. They live 40 minutes away by car. Then they arrive at 6, saying I never said 5, I said 6. And if my partner wasn't there, I would have believed them. On top of that, they said he slept most of the day and had only had 1 bottle. He would usually have 2 in that time, though I may be over paranoid. Fast forward again. My granddad has never met my son. My stepmom sends me long messages of how much my granddad has bought him. Way too much. They tell me that weekend that they wanted to take him to see my granddad because they've never met. I get a chance to talk to partner this time, and at first he says no. Then he hears about my granddad from them and says yes. We let him go again. When he gets back earlier than the time we agreed upon, my son seems off. He doesn't usually cry all day, but he did. There was something wrong with his stomach, like he was teething and had constipation. I didn't feel comfortable, but I can't say it was because of the 2 hours he was gone. The next weekend I get a text saying, can we have both kids this weekend? Me and my partner. So no, you can have our daughter, but our son is too young, and I'd feel uncomfortable. They say it's okay, but we can't have daughter. Let us know when he's old enough, and we'll take them both. It's not fair having one without the other. I simply replied, okay. I was so angry, but never said anything, just left it as that. They're now going round family, saying how I'm denying them him. How my partners get to see him and babysit him whenever they want. The longest they've had him is 2 hours while me and my partner did shopping and they were still in the same area. We could get to them in minutes, but they're telling people I'm horrible and denying them everything, yet all I see is that they don't want my daughter because I won't let them have my son.